welcome to some yoga. Want to give a little shout out before we get started. The music that you're going to hear in the background is from my awesome brother-in-law, Will Wisniewski. I'll make sure that there's information so you can follow him on both Spotify and what's the other one? Bandcamp. So I'll make sure that you have access to both of that at the end. Let's just do some yoga. Find a nice comfortable seat. Feel grounded, whether that's cross-legged for you or sitting on your shins, whatever feels good. Hands up to receive energy, hands down to feel a little more grounding. Bring your eyes to a close, settle into your space. Do all the things that you need to do to feel comfortable, roll out your neck. And when it feels right, start to pay attention to your breath. Where is it landing? Is it high in your chest up towards your collarbones? Is it shallow? Is it short? Start to gradually elongate your breath as slow as you can in through your nose. And gently let that go through your lips. Again, as slow as you can in through your nose. Try to match the timing on the exhale. Continue to breathe just like this. Once you feel like you found the same tempo in and out, let's bring your lips to a close. So now we're drawing the air in just through your nose, in through your nose. And out through your nose. This is known as your Ujjayi breath or breath of fire. So as you are sealing your lips, you're cultivating heat. So if that's something you don't need today, when in doubt, just let their exhales go through your lips. We'll take a few runs of breath just like this. Exhale, feel your shoulders soften. Invite one hand to your heart, one hand to your abdomen, and keep your breath going. Feel your muscles and bones start to change to help you take in what you need and let go of what you don't. So today in this practice, in these next few minutes on your mat, I want to give you the opportunity to draw in what you need and let go of what you don't. There's a lot that we don't have control over right now. So if we can slow our breath and connect that to our opportunity to relax our muscles and soften our thoughts, we can find a little bit of control, even if it's only for a couple minutes. Those are minutes well spent. Let's take one more round. Big inhale. Satisfying, grateful exhale. Wonderful. Gently flutter your eyes open. Take your time. We'll start by relaxing your neck and shoulders with a little more purpose. Invite your left hand to the top of your head. Start to lean towards your shoulder. We should feel a stretch through the muscles that support your neck and shoulders. We should feel the trap on the top and the scaling muscles on the back line. If this feels good, stay right here. Or you can invite one hand to the floor, maybe even press the heel of your hand into the floor, and that'll increase the sensation. Beautiful. So you're not pulling with your hand. You're just letting the weight of your arm increase the sensation of stretch, working with gravity. Gently roll your chin towards center. Same idea. You're not pulling on anything. The extra weight should change the stretch from just the side to a little bit to the back line. We'll roll back up to the side and then back up to center to let that go. Let's do that for the other side. So invite your right hand to the top of your head. Now we're opening up the left side shoulder. If that felt good, stay here. If you took your hand down to the floor, let's take it down now. Flatten your shoulder blade to your rib cage. And then we'll gently roll the chin towards center. Again, we're staying left of center here, so we're not perfectly looking down. We're still on the left side, so we're keeping that stretch towards the the left side of your spine. We'll roll back up to that first position, and then take it right back to center. Awesome. Invite your hands into a basket grip, all of your fingers interlaced. Let's place that to the back of your head, just behind the soft spot. Find that squeeze, little pressure pressing your head back into your hands, and then slowly tuck your chin towards your chest. Again, let the weight of your arms do the work. We're not pulling down, but now we should feel the stretch straight down the back line of your neck, Maybe even if we're lucky, we feel that stretch in between our shoulder blades a little bit. Once you start to feel that stretch, you can start to kind of rock your head side to side. Very gentle rocks here. Beautiful. Soften your grip away from your head. Gently roll up. And we're changing positions, taking it into a tabletop. So for your tabletop, you want to place your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Inhale for your cow pose, relax your abdomen down, broaden your collarbones forward. Exhale for a cat pose, press the ground away, arch your back, really play with the space in between your shoulder blades. So we'll flow through between these two shapes. Inhale for your cow. Exhale for your cat. So flow just means one shape to the next, moving on the breath, right? So we want to use your breath to find the transitions here. Move when your breath thinks it's right. Take your time. Lost an earbud. Awesome. Feel free to start to really make this organic. You need a little wiggle in your hips. If you need to take a little extra exhale in that cat pose, wiggle out your shoulders. Do what feels right. Take your time. Let's take one more round salad. Beautiful. Return to that steady tabletop. Now we're going to keep your left hand on the studio floor or on your mat. Take your left foot out to a 45 and opening up here, taking it into a supported side plank position. Take your time, press the ground away, maybe send your gaze high. If this feels good, stay right here. If you want to challenge it, flex your toes towards your shin and then play with lifting your leg off the ground. Nice. One inhale here. Exhale, bring that foot back down. Beautiful. Now we're going to stay on this side for one more round of breath here. Inhale, reach your arm overhead. Lift your leg off the ground. Exhale, take your knee and your elbow together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take everything down. We're going to do all of that for the other side. So take that foot out to the 45. So now you're going to be seeing the back side here. We're opening up. If this felt good and you did it on the other side, stay right there. Otherwise, flex your toes to your shin. Play with the lift and hold. Feel the bottom oblique energize. Feel your top hip really engaged to get your leg off the ground. One more inhale. Exhale, take it down. Nice. Now we're taking that extension. Inhale, lift and extend the arm overhead. Exhale, drive the knee to the elbow. Ah, lost the other AirPod. Inhale, lengthen it back out. Exhale, take everything back down. Beautiful. So now we're transitioning into your first down dog of the day. For your down dog, you want your hands and your toes to be about a plank's worth away from one another. So starting in a plank position is perfect. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders, toes on the ground. Then from there, tilt your tailbone back, press the ground away. Now, if for any reason down dog does not feel comfortable for you, returning to that tabletop position is awesome. So find that lift, do the things that you need to do for that first down dog. Little wiggle of your hips, maybe we pedal out your knees. Big inhale. Settle in on the exhale. Wrap your shoulder blades. So we're pulling your shoulder blades away from your ears and kind of wrapping them out towards your armpits. Hollow out your abdomen to play with the height of your hips, and a little bend in your knees can also help you play with the tilt of the tailbone, which should help you feel height in your tailbone, length in your low back. Big inhale. Chest to thighs on the exhale. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, step forward for a rag doll. So you want your feet really nice and wide here, at least as wide as your hands just were in your downward facing dog. Maybe we leave hands on the floor. Maybe we grab for opposite elbows. If that's not feeling good today, I want you to take hands to quads or even forearms or elbows to quads. But what we want to do here is really let gravity do the work. So the more you can take a wide stance and let your chest fall, the more relief you're going to feel in your low back, and hopefully a little more opening through your hamstrings and glutes. Maybe we add a little sway, maybe nod your head yes and no, whatever feels good for the back line. Relax your hands to the floor, steady any sway in your body, bring your toes to touch, soften up your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, inhale, roll up nice and slow as you can. Once you come to the top, do all the things you need to do to let the fidgets go. Relax your shoulders back and down, fix your shirt, whatever it is, so that you can settle into your space and feel comfortable. Shine your palms forward, relax your shoulder blades back and down. Invite your hands up to your heart center, your eyes to a close. This space is called standing at attention or samastitihi. It's here in this space that we can solidify an intention for your work. This can be something you want to send energy to or something you can garner energy from. What I offer up for you today is just the idea of taking what you need and let go of what you don't. Sometimes it can be helpful to pinpoint that to a word for each. So if it's helpful, maybe we draw on some patience and let go of our expectations. Easier said than done. So let's try it on one breath at a time. Inhale what you need. Exhale what you don't. Beautiful. Gently flutter your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your arms up high overhead. Stay rooted through the outside edges of your feet. A little micro bend in your knees till you feel the strength in your quadriceps. Then from there, feel a zipper sensation as you curl your core up and in. Relax your shoulder heads back and down. Spiral your fingertips in so you feel your strength in your biceps. Big inhale here. Exhale, gentle back bend. Cactus your arms. Lift your chest straight up towards the ceiling tiles. Try not to over-exaggerate the sway of your low back. In fact, press your hips more forward. Let the opening be across your collarbones. Let the weight of your elbows increase that sensation. Again, you're not pulling, letting gravity do the work. Inhale, return to standing. Exhale, slow forward fold. Hinge at your hips, bow towards your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to either shins or thighs, whatever feels best for your low back. A little micro bend in your knees, again to help play with the height of your tailbone. It's more about the height of your tailbone than the straightness of your legs. Find that traction point. Press your hands into either your shins or your quads so you can pull your shoulder heads back and down. A full, perfect parallel spine to the floor. Big inhale here, lengthen it out. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your toes back. So here, team, I'm gonna break down the chaturanga. So chaturanga, or high to mid plank, is one of our transitions that you might also have heard in other videos, just called flow, right? Flow through your high to mid plank. Lots of options here. Let me show you the full expression first. So you hinge forward to your tippy toes, bend at your elbows, find that 90-degree bend, tuck your toes under, inhale, upward facing dog, keep your quads strong as you press, really open up the collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog, curl your core up and in, press your hips back and away. Now modification here. We can take that from your knees, lower down. Now once you find that halfway, tuck your toes, re-engage your legs, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Third and final variation, you come to that high plank, you lower all the way down to your abdomen. Inhale for a baby cobra, lift your chest. Exhale to let it go. You can press up through a tabletop and then find your downward facing dog. So lots of options. We're gonna take these first few movements, one breath, one shape at a time. Meet your downward facing dog when you're ready. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Big toes touch already at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Root down, grow tall, really spiral your hands in. Exhale, back bend, Anustasana. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, hands through heart center, swan dive, whatever feels good for the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to mid plank or chaturanga, hands to the ground, step the toes back. Hinge forward, come down on your toes or on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, press the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog, well done. Big inhale, settle in on the exhale. Let's do that again for the one more time, one breath, one shape at a time. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, travel forward, big toes touch, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, root down, grow tall. Exhale, back bend, Anustasana. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to mid plank, chaturanga. Now the chaturanga is always here to help you cultivate heat. If you do not need to cultivate any extra heat, you can always just transition to that downward facing dog. You know the plank will set you up for it. Big inhale. Settle on the exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel down to a seat. So at this point, you might say, Sheila, that's the extent of my yoga knowledge. So what I'm going to take you through now, that was just a sun A. is what we call a sun B. We get a little more athletic in a sun B. We ask a little more of your breath. We're gonna build it slow, just like we did before, and then we're gonna take it into flow. Yeah? Okay, so we meet in your downward facing dog. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Big toes touch, top of the mat. Same transition, you know what to do there. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. So you're gonna sink nice and low into your seat here. Arms overhead, hands at heart center if you're having any shoulder issues. Now you can also take your feet to hips width distance if you have any discomfort in your low back. Toes do not have to be together here. Also, I've got bunions, so my toes are never together. It's more like ball mounts. Do what feels good. Now, when you're finding your seat here, think it's okay to embrace a little sway of your low back. We don't necessarily need to be tucking like your Tadasana. Embrace sensation in your glutes. Broaden your collarbone. See if you can lift your chin a little bit to challenge the focus and the balance. Big inhale here. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. My right foot stays forward. I take my left to the back. Now imagine you're holding something at your low back, narrow like a block or a book, something nice and small. Squeeze towards center so you feel the strength between your shoulder blades. Now lift that imaginary book one more half inch, feel your triceps fire up. Back heel is high, like you're wearing a stiletto, very high heel. All the strength is in that front glute and outer hip. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral open, take the back foot down. We want that parallel to the back of your mat. Front knee stacks right over the front ankle. From there, shoulders over hips, arms to a horizon. Now this can be a hard thing to find when you don't have a mirror to help you out. This is one that I stole from my absolute best friend, Elise. Girl. So you take your hands to like you're voguing out in front of you. Lock and load the shoulders, feel the strength. Then open up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Perfect horizon every single time. Send your gaze forward. Beautiful. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep your legs, hinge your heart forward, and take your arms down to north and south in orientation. Hand to the inside of the thigh, send your gaze high. Beautiful. Keep your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand light to the thigh, lift the front hand overhead. So we want to feel the opening through your side bodies all the way up through your shoulder. One more inhale here. Exhale, high to mid-plank, chaturanga. We spiral your hands down, right toes travel back to meet the left, and then you get your high to mid-plank like you're used to taking. Beautiful team, let's do all of that for the other side again, nice and slow as we build. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink nice and low into your seat. Now you've been here before, little muscle memory wants to kick in. Use that to your advantage. Where can we find the strength? Where can you soften? Maybe that's just your jaw. Maybe it's the space behind your eyes. Big inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Opposite foot goes back. So now I've got the left foot at the top of my mat, left glute fired up. Stiletto height in the heels still. Palms behind you. Find that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Lift that imaginary object just one more half inch. Beautiful team, stay with it. Inhale, warrior two, showing you the back side here. Shoulders over hips, front knee over front ankle, back foot parallel to the back mat. Find that true horizon. Now stacked is always safe, right? Bone over bone. Muscle engagement, that really makes it dynamic. So feel the squeeze of your shoulder blades, feel the hug of your triceps to the bone. Flip your palms, lengthen forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your gaze, maybe even to the ceiling tiles, following the top hand. Keep your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand light to the thigh. Lift your left arm up and away. Stay soft with the shoulders, committed to the tension in your legs. One more inhale. Exhale, high to mid-plank, chaturanga. Plant the palms. Left toes to meet right. Float out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job, team. Okay, we're gonna take that one breath, one shape at a time. Flow it is. Take a big inhale before we go. Big exhale, settle in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Big toes touch, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, sink into your seat. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Left toes travel first. Inhale, warrior two, open up to the side. Exhale, extended side angle, lengthen forward, then down. Inhale, reverse warrior, commit to your legs as you lengthen. Exhale, hide it in plank. Plant your palms and flow it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's see it for the other side. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Big toes touch, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink into it. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Reach back, touch soft on that transition. Inhale, warrior two, open up towards the books for me. Exhale, extended side angle, lengthen forward, then down. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the legs as you elevate. Exhale, hide in mid-plank, chaturanga, plant your palms and flow it out. All right, team, one more time on each side. One more time on each side. One breath, one shape at a time. You've been here before. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Use your breath to your advantage. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Left toes travel first. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle, lengthen forward, then down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hide in mid-plank, chaturanga. Plant your palms, flow it out. What I'm showing you here is an option for ekapada. That just means 1 foot, a 1 foot chaturanga variation. Let's take it one more time. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel, big toes touch. I know we're in the home stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink into the seat, elevate your chest. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Right toes travel for the second side. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle, lengthen forward and down. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the legs. Exhale, hide in mid-plank, chaturanga. Again, option for the ekapada, just means 1 foot at a time. Satisfying exhales here. Big inhale, let it go on the exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel down. Take a seat. Well done. You've successfully completed a Sun A and a Sun B flow. Now we're just going to take it easy. We're going to take a look at your outer hips. We'll stretch it out, and then we'll get into my all-time favorite posture, which is Savasana. Okay, so to start, we want to open up your outer hips. Often you might hear this in class as half pigeon. If that's in your practice, please feel free to go there. Otherwise, we're just going to get started in a seated figure four. So left leg out front, cross your right ankle over your left quadricep. Shorten the distance between your left heel and your left glute. Press the ground away to keep your chest up. And we should feel the sensation on the outside of your right hip here. If this feels good, you can even flatten this out into what's called double pigeon or fire log pose, shins stacked over one another. And I'll show you what that looks from the front. If that feels good, you can even lengthen your arms in front of you, and maybe even bring your forehead down. Only go as far as you're able to breathe, especially in a deep tissue stretching opportunity like this. Beautiful. Ease out of that. Give your legs a little wiggle. We'll do all that for the other side. Again, this time right leg is forward, left ankle crosses over your right quadricep. You can find that nice lifted figure four position, or if you did like I did on the other side, we're going into double pigeon or fire log pose. This side might feel different. You might feel that you're able to go deeper than on the other, so take your time. Also, if you're in half pigeon and I'm going a little too fast for you at this point, pause me, take your time. Take as much time as you like in these relaxing postures. This is also a great time to reconnect with your breath and try to slow it down. Beautiful. Let that go. Unwind your legs. Give them a little shimmy shake. Going into a seated forehead to knee. So we're going to take your right foot into your pant leg inseam. Left foot goes out to the side. Flex your toes towards your shin. Square off so that your chest is looking at your toes as opposed to looking to the space in between your legs. So we're squaring off to that left femur head. Big inhale. Exhale, reach for whatever feels good. Maybe that's your shin, your quad, or maybe we're going all the way for your arch today. Keep your low back long. Try to keep the rounding out of your shoulders. We often want to reach this way. Try to keep it long and lifted. Even just keeping your chin up and looking at your toes can really help you feel that flat back. Inhale, slowly rise. We'll do that for the other side. Switch out your legs. Right leg goes out. Again, square off. Big inhale. Exhale, reach for whatever feels good. Again, quad, shin, arch, whatever feels right. Keep your opposite hip bone grounding and keep your chest squaring to that thigh. Slowly rise. On an inhale, take your time. Position yourself on your mat so that you've got plenty of room. Slowly lower down. Invite your right leg up towards your chest, so you're going to give your knee a little hug. Observe the flattening in your hips and your shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. So you're going to roll onto your left hip, drop your right knee over to the side, bring your arms out to a T or a goalpost shape. If this is too much in your rotation, I want you to come back to flat hips and shoulders. Invite both knees up, and then you're going to send both knees to the left. Stack your right hip first. And if you look over your opposite shoulder or away from where your legs are going, this will naturally take your twist up through your cervical spine. Slowly come back to center. Give your right leg or both of your legs a little squeeze if you were using both in the variation. And then we're going to switch it out. So now your left leg comes up, or if you're still using both are there. Again, feel the flattening. And then from there we get your supine twist. Stack your left hip over your right, arms out wide, send your gaze over your left shoulder. No need to push, pull, force, or flex. Just breathe, let gravity do the work. Slowly work back to center. Last posture here, and then we get to surrender. Invite both legs up. Stamp your feet onto the ceiling tiles, a deep bend in your knees, wide to the outside of your rib cage. Exhale, happy baby pose. Now for this, you can either grip to the outsides of your feet just like a baby would when they're exploring their toes, or you can hook your forearms on the back of your knees and just hug your thighs towards your body. Whichever shape you take, you can add a little kick, add a little sway, maybe a little massage for your low back feels good here, although I will give you one more massage for your low back before we take your final surrender. Beautiful, let that go. Invite your heels to the ground. Now from here, you're just gonna windshield wiper your knees side to side, drop your knees to the left, back through center, drop your knees to the right, feel your low back kind of massage out on the floor, a little more length opportunities for the outside of your hips as well on this one. Awesome, now from here, if this is more comfortable for your low back, stay right here for your Savasana. If you're ready for a full Savasana, I want you to invite your legs up one more time. Bow your forehead up to your knees, nice and compact. Big inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Lay your arms at your sides. Let your legs go long, palms face up. Take up some space. Now that I've shown you what the shape is looking like, I'm going to sit up myself just so I can see the timer for your Savasana. Bring your eyes to a close and let it all go. This shape could potentially be the hardest one in the sequence that we've just done. It's a perfect moment to return to the intention that we have for your work. Inhale, patience. Exhale, expectation. It is hard not to expect something out of this space, but much like our social distancing that we're doing now, if we're doing it right, not much is going to happen. It's going to feel very anticlimactic, and that's perfect. That's what we're looking to do here. So embrace your patience. One inhale. Embrace your release of your expectations, one exhale at a time. Become aware of your fingertips and your toes. As slowly, as gently as you're able. Take your time, there's no rush. Allow that awareness to travel through your palms and your arches. Take your time. Maybe roll your head side to side. Invite some awareness back to your breath. Inhale with some purpose. Inhale to lighten and lift. On the inhale that feels right, make it a big morning stretch. Lengthen your arms overhead, arch your back, point your toes. And then on the next exhale that feels right, turn onto your side for a fetal pose. Draw your knees into your chest. Use your bicep as a pillow. It's here in this space when we release your practice and we welcome your time away from it that we have the opportunity to take the intention that you set, the things that you learned or garnered, and we can bring them into action outside of this space. So take what you need and leave what you don't. Press into your palm. Take a seat on your mat. Bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra, and your eyes to a close if they aren't already. I can't begin to tell you what a joy it is to take you through this work. The light, the love, the teacher within me sees and is so inspired by the light, the love, the teacher within each of you. May you know peace. Invite your hands to your third eye center. Bring what's in your heart up to your mind. Together we'll bow to one another and to the practice. Namaste. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to try to post more of these as best as I can. One of the other things I'm going to start offering is actually one-on-one sessions. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. If you enjoyed this and you want to kick a little cash to my Venmo, I'll also leave that here for you so you have that information. Other than that, just thanks for breathing and flowing with me. I'll see you next time.